That is awesome! Awesome! Welcome to the AK Operators Union special edition. Actually, we are a guest at your shop today.
That's right.
So it's an honor to be at the Definitive Arms. Let's go straight down to the business, Chase. 4150 DAKM. This is the newest baby coming out from Definitive Arms. Any chance that we will see those in the classic Polish AKM setup?
I know that we're discussing a couple different offerings in terms of the furniture and options that'll come standard on the gun. Obviously this one is not refinished. This is belongs to one of the guys here at the shop, and pretty much they all get built up like this. The versions that are now being sold have a different muzzle device, a different set of furniture on them. The next set that we are building up will come with a retainer plate. We'll have different furniture options. And for the people who are requesting that we offer the original slant muzzle brake, we will most likely have a handful that will have that on there.
So there is a chance for that classic AKM look instead of the polymer furniture.
That's right.
Down the line. That's awesome, because I bet you had a lot of those questions. I mean, are you going to have the classic?
Yeah, we got a number of emails and calls about it, and obviously no one rifle will suit every person, but
sure.
We're flexible and we're willing to meet the demand of people. So.
Sure, that's awesome. All right, let's move to the AK-X9. This is basically your baby. All right. Main question: why you didn't clone Vityaz?
A lot of people wonder why it doesn't have a lot more features that the Vityaz has. Originally, when I set out to design it, it wasn't about trying to produce an Americanized Vityaz clone. It was really our take on how to do a 9mm AK. Other than being based in an AK receiver and chambered 9mm, I don't really share any other characteristics of the Vityaz, and it wasn't intended to. We didn't do the shortened up receiver based on complicating, producing even more. As of right now, the current throw distance of the bolt and how the recoil assembly operates provides for, in my opinion, a smoother shooting experience. It's a lot faster to fire, stay on target, and we really tuned the system to run as a premium sub gun. It wasn't necessarily meant to be a inexpensive 9mm range toy or Americanized Vityaz clone. So
I gotta tell you that in that SBR setup, this looks outstanding, and the handling of the gun and everything is fabulous. So are you going to produce the SBRs too as a custom order, or this is only for the law enforcement and military?
We would offer factory SBRs for customers who are interested. We do have a law enforcement version we're working on. We have gotten a lot of interest from LE agencies who are looking to shelve their MP5s and want a new alternative. And it'll have a 4-position selector. It'll go safe, full auto, 2-shot burst, semi-auto, and it'll have a couple different features that'll be on it. And as soon as we have one of those up, we'll be showing it off. And this year, probably at Big 3 East, we'll be giving full auto demos of the gun. So
basically, go to the Big 3 East to have some
to
fun.
play with the fun toys. That's right.
All right, this is a little bit hint of what is upcoming in the near future. To those of you who know, this is some parts from the AK-74, classic AK-74. That means that the Definitive Arms will produce 74s?
Yeah, we're going to do similar like we did to the DAKM. We're going to have the DAK-74. We got some like new condition, unissued Bulgarian 74 parts kits, and just like we do with the DAKMs, we're going through inspecting all the parts, giving them a lot of attention to detail, and refurbishing anything that looks like it was worn out or something like that on some of the parts that might have been handled funky. But by and large, the bolts and the carriers and stuff appear to be unfired, and we will have the same thing and have the same finish as the DAKMs. It'll most likely come with the original plum furniture that we got with the kits. And they will have, these will be a 4150 CMV chrome line barrels going into these guns, unlike the DAKM, which is a 4150 nitrided barrel. And we'll have both fixed stock and rear folders as well. And they should all be the triangle style skeletonized folders.
Okay. Are you going to work on accuracy, on improving accuracy on those rifles too? Basically, will you rework crowns and everything on the barrels?
Yeah, we will be doing a target grade match crown on the front, and generally building the actions the way we do so, with the intent of making them a little more accurate, a little more rugged, reliable. We'll be polishing the rails and smoothing out the triggers and stuff like that. So by and large, as far as AKs go, gentlemen should be able to expect tighter groups than the average AK. But I mean, it's not quite like our higher end guns where we're spending a whole lot of time doing it. That way we try to keep the price point lower and competitive with other similar tier AKs.
Speaking about the price point, any ideas how this is going to be priced at this point, or you don't know yet?
They should be similar to the DAKM. The side folder obviously will be a little more because the parts
below
cost more.
$1,000. Say it. Below $1,000.
I'm hoping that the fixed stock will be the same price as the DAKMs, and with the folders being a little more money. If we end up swapping out the furniture for new furniture, that could up the cost. But like I say, for now, we intend to use the original Plum furniture. It's a little scuffed up here and there, but overall in pretty good shape. And I know a lot of guys really want some of that original furniture, and it looks good overall.
And just like on the DAKM, you're promising to have a straight sides, gas plug, and everything in line?
Yeah,
You're not going to have canted sides like on some other makers?
Some of the components, a lot of that can be beyond your control, how well, the socket for the barrel was machined into the front trunnion and so forth with all of the journals and the components. But by and large, everybody should expect them to be as reasonably straight as possible, and there shouldn't be anybody complaining about canted sights.
Awesome, awesome. All right, here there's another clue. It doesn't look very promising yet, but what is going to be designated marksman rifle?
Yeah, we're taking the 54R Veprs. I know a lot of guys have been asking for accurized 54Rs, or particularly they want SVD clones. It'd be really expensive to produce SVD clones. All the parts being proprietary and not having any available sources for the parts. It just, for right now, it's out of the question.
Yeah, the coolness factor of the SVD will be to the roof, but the reality is, as you said, to generate to these parts, drawings and everything, it's absolutely impossible. I think.
The tooling costs would just be really high, and we might not be the outfit looking to do that. We're looking at taking the existing 54 Veprs that are available, and we're pulling them apart. Obviously, this one's only as far as having the match grade target crown front, but we will be turning the barrels down. We will be putting them in 5/8 24 threads, and we will be truing up the face of the front sight block that will be installed. Okay. So the shoulder will be square and perpendicular to the bore, and these will be suppressor ready. So the guys who have 308 cans or 30 caliber cans in 5/8 24, like an AR-10, will be able to suppress these.
Barrel length 18 inches.
These are at 18 inches right 18, now.
So you're cutting out the barrel basically and trimming down. Awesome. What about the receiver? Because the Vepr comes with that slant receiver. Are you going to weld in adapter to be a square at the end, or are you just going to keep the slant brake and use some other adapters for it?
We're looking at having a couple variations of these, and one of them we may be welding up the back so people can use standard square tang furniture. Some of them might come with like the bone steel folders, and some of them might come with just the original wood furniture as the kind of a base price gun. So the guys who want to put their own stock, whatever they prefer, can save the money and not have to buy the one that comes with an upgraded stock.
Do you have a timeline for it?
These should be coming out within a matter of a few weeks. I mean, we're almost done with the first set of them.
So realistically speaking, we're talking about the end of July.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, that'd be very reasonable.
Going back for the second to the AKs, the AKM 74, what will be the timeline on those? Do you have any ideas?
We should be shipping the first set of those by the end of this week or beginning of next week, and
for the 74s?
Yes.
So we're talking about mid-July, basically.
Yes. Yes.
That's outstanding. Outstanding. All right. Well, here's one of the most important questions: is Definitive Arms ready for the prime time?
Well, it's a challenge as a small company to try to grow and meet demand. We've only been in the market about 2.5 years, or less than 3 years, and obviously we've made a name for ourselves, and we get lots of calls of people who would like to place orders direct, and what they don't understand is we're a small family-based company. We're not huge. We didn't come into the industry knowing people are having a lot of connections. We're trying to grow at a steady pace, but you can't just put out a help wanted ad for skilled AK Smiths. It just doesn't exist. So we'll bring somebody in, try to train them, get them caught up so that the quality can be maintained, and we'll grow at a steady pace to meet that demand. As of right now, we haven't taken direct orders since January. Obviously there's a great demand. We have a backlog for the work, and like our production guns, they're selling out fast so we can make them. We're trying to double over our space and trying to find skilled smiths. We have people lined up, we do not want to sacrifice the quality to up our quantity. So the quantity increase will have to increase at the rate that we can maintain the quality.
on that point with the serial production guns like the AKM 4150, and that means that you're going to stop accepting the custom build orders, or are you still thinking that you got some room left for the custom orders?
We will be doing custom orders. I mean, we're still processing them now. I mean, we're still working on orders that we put in January. A lot of guys are waiting still to hear back from us on quotes. We're still working on those. A whole lot of them came in less than a day. We're working on a new website. As a lot of people have seen, our website's out of date, doesn't have a lot of new information on it. We're working on a completely new website. It'll have a self-quoting system. It'll be a very interactive, menu-based page that has, you'll be able to pick your model and all possible custom work we're willing to do to it, and it'll kind of adjust the price accordingly. So by and large, guys will be able to pretty much see down to the dollar what they would spend getting their dream gun built, and should they like it, they can submit it, we'll approve it, and they can pay right there on the website. They can ship the gun in, we'll take care of the work and get back to them in a timely manner.
So you do promise to keep answering, a little bit faster to all the demands via emails and messages, because this was one of the complaints. Oh, the Definitive Arms guys really, takes a long time to get the questions answered. And I understand, it's a small shop, it's a small crew. You have outstanding crew working for you guys, but it's just only few of you guys here, and that's one of the problems. But I totally agree with you. The expansion will sacrifice probably the rapid expansion will sacrifice probably the quality. So no, stay with the quality.
Yeah.
But also, if you could, guys, check a little bit more on, more often on those emails and keep your fans informed what's happening.
Well, the biggest thing is we're trying to fill the orders that we've already taken. So we're out here busy putting guns together, working on people's guns. And honestly, if we did nothing but the emails, we wouldn't build any guns at all. Just there's so many of them pouring in. And we hope to quell a lot of that, where we're going to have a lot of the frequently asked questions put up on the website, get updated. And I think a lot of the questions people have about when we'll be taking work and how much seems to be the most common questions that are asked, should be addressed with the updates that are going to be made to the website.
Another question from our fans: is that true that Chase is touching every gun which is leaving Definitive Arms?
That is true. We have a pretty good QC process. We have a huge number of things we check for, and everybody signs off on the work they do. Every gun gets test fired by me. If your guns come through here, I've most definitely pulled the trigger on it, looked it over, and I can say, with the last 1,000 guns that have gone out the door, 2, possibly 3 of them will be coming back to us based on cosmetic issues, nothing catastrophic. It gets damaged in shipping, or their dealer scratched it before they filled out their 4473, something like that. We'll still take care of them when we finish the gun for them, but nothing major. And anybody who's a customer of ours will tell you that we'll take care of them should something be problematic in that regard. So
awesome. Chase, it was a pleasure to visit your shop, to see the workplace, to talk to your crew. You guys are doing an outstanding job. We will be watching, okay, and we have high hopes, and good luck with everything. You guys are doing extremely good job, and I love using your rifles, and it's fun. And I really wish that everyone would come up at least to your standard, and then we wouldn't have all these voices talking about that the US made AKs are not worthy. No, that's absolutely not true, and that's thanks to guys like you. Okay, outstanding job.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions.